Hey guys, TrainerDC here, coming at you with another video. We have a brand new Pokemon Winds and Waves rumor coming from Central Leaks, and it's detailing the final evolution typings for the starter Pokemon. I'm not sure where this rumor originated from, but here's the tweet from Central. Nevertheless, Brout is going to be a grass and ground type, Palm Bomb is going to be a fire and fairy type, and Gekwa is going to be a water and psychic type. I think that these three pairings are pretty predictable, quite frankly, or have been talked about a lot within the community. Like, real quick, before we even get into breaking these down individually, if you haven't seen my own starter Pokemon prediction video or where I made my own starter Pokemon, I'll leave a card up above to that video. But within that video, I said Brat was going to be a grass and ground type, or at least that's my type that I had chosen for it. Water and Psychic seem to be the logical typing for Gekwa. It seems to be the type that almost everyone thinks is going to be either water psychic or water poison. I chose water and electric type in my video just because I thought that was a cool typing. And fire and fairy, for whatever reason, has been a typing that I've seen paired to Palm Bomb a lot now. Ever since the announcement of Winds and Waves, people have been saying fire and fairy or fire and ghost, and for some reason fire and fairy has gained the most traction and seemingly is what this Pokemon is going to evolve into according to this rumor. Now, individually breaking these each down, Brout being a grass and ground type makes a whole lot of sense. I said this in my video going over my own starter evolutions, but Brout is very clearly a bird that is not meant to fly. It is a bean sprout Pokemon, and bean sprouts come from the ground, so it makes sense that this Pokemon is going to evolve into a flightless bird, hence the grass ground typing, the first time we've had that typing since Torterra back in Generation 4 in a starter Pokemon. Palm Bomb being a fire fairy to me doesn't make all that much sense. I'm going to be real here. I feel like fire ghost makes the most sense for Palm Bomb, and no, not just because I chose that for my own starter evolution, but Palm Bomb is a Pomeranian bonfire, a Pomeranian campfire, and what happens at campfires, ghost stories are told. So to me, a ghost typing for Palm Bomb always made a whole lot of sense, but fire and fairy has also been something that has gained a lot of traction here, and I think the reason why is because Palm Bomb also has Bonbon, the candy, in its name, and I guess people took Bonbon and just equated it to the fairy typing for whatever reason. Maybe I'm missing something here, but I really don't see why Palm Bomb should be a fire fairy type, and quite frankly, out of this trio, it's the one I'm liking the least because I'm assuming it's going to turn into a more majestic looking dog as opposed to a creepy creature like I had envisioned in its final evolution being a fire ghost type, and Gekwa being a water psychic type. I mean, look, when we saw Gekwa, I think everyone thought it was going to be a water psychic type, if not that, a water poison. You can tell from the little droplet on its head and the coloring of its eyes that it was most likely heading in that direction. It just kind of screams future psychic type. So there's that. I mean, I'm fine with that typing. I don't have anything really to say negatively about that. I would have preferred something unique and different like a water electric type like I went with in my own video, but I think for a trio of starters, this one's fine. Again, fire and fairy seems to be the one that stands out to me as the one I like the least, just purely based on typing. When I see the design, it might be my favorite design of the bunch, who knows. But as to this leak itself, I am curious where exactly this is coming from, because I have seen some leaks out there recently, or I should say rumors, because even Centro is calling this a rumor, not a leak. I've seen some rumors out there recently originating from Twitter, but I came across them on Reddit from an unknown account claiming to know information on who the legendary Pokemon are going to be, the cover legendaries, the starter evolution final typings, and other things as well. I believe they had a very similar typing to this arrangement, if not one-to-one the same thing, so I'm not sure where this rumor is originating from. I'm reading the comments here and I see that Light is saying Palm Bomb's final evolution stands on 4 and looks like a dog lion. If that's the case, that's really cool, but Light isn't exactly someone on Twitter who's been all that credible, so again, I'm not really sure where this is all coming from, so take this with a grain of salt. I will say it is rather interesting, and what may debunk this, to be honest with you, is that Centro is saying this is a rumor. Centro is someone who isn't afraid to throw the term leak out there, so the fact that they're calling this a rumor to me says that they're not even sure if this is legit. And I know Centro gets a lot of hate online because they don't have their own distinctive source. They take a bunch of other sources, a bunch of other leakers' information, and kind of compile it together on their own Twitter page. And say what you will about them, but for the most part, they've had a pretty accurate track record outside outside of a few things here and there. And I do believe that Central does have their own unique sources. I don't think they're just a compilation page. I think they're a compilation page combined with, their own unique sources. So the fact that they're calling this a rumor to me indicates that, hey, this might not be the case. This might not happen. And obviously, this is something we're not going to find out officially until the game comes out in the fall of next year in what's rumored to be September of 2027, because typically the final evolutions for the starter Pokemon don't get revealed prior to the game coming out. So we're going to have to wait quite some time to find out if Brout is really going to evolve into a grass ground type, Palm Bomb a fire fairy type, and Gekwa a water psychic type. Of course, there is the possibility that, this leaks out beforehand from someone very credible and we see maybe even images of the starter Pokemon and this gets confirmed. But for now, take this as you will. Take this with a grain of salt because this is a rumor and nothing more than that. Anyways, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. What do you guys think about the new starter evolution rumor we have here? The typings of grass ground for Brout, fire fairy for Palm Bomb, and water psychic for Gekwa. Do you like these typings for our final evolutions for our starters? Or are you like me where you're fine with the grass ground type, you're fine with the water psychic, but you're not a fan of the fire fairy? Or maybe you're fine with fire fairy, but you don't like the other two? Let me know down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from Trainer DC. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.